Alright, so today I'm going to be going over the easiest way to get Dark Aether on Cold War zombies. Now, the easiest way, so I didn't do it this way because FIREBASE Z wasn't out yet. Easiest way is to use FIREBASE Z. Now, the reason for this is it has a lot more spots and better training spots if you need to do challenges that require training than D Machina. Because D Machina, you had Penthouse, Planewing, and starting room, and that was basically it for strategies that would really help you get Dark Aether. So for this I didn't need to do it, but I still had some guns that I haven't done. Right here you see me editing up the Bullfrog to put attachments on it, which I did not use, but it will be easier in FIREBASE Z. Now for this, kills, you don't have to worry about kills because it'll happen over time. Critical kills, I will show you that in a second. And then this next one, again, you will not have to worry about these pack-a-punch kills. They'll happen over time because you're going to want to pack-a-punch your gun. This is one of the main reasons you want to do FIREBASE Z is for that challenge, because you do need to kill 15 different elites, which elites count as manglers, mimics, and the bosses give you 3. So every 10 rounds after 30, including 30, you will get 3, with the mimics and manglers in between. That's why you want to use FIREBASE Z instead of D Machina, which you only get 1 every like 4 or 5 rounds by killing megatons, which are a lot harder to kill than mimics and manglers. Also, the rest of those that I skipped over do not matter. They'll all happen over time with training and just playing in general. Another side note, utilize double weapon XP if your weapons are not leveled up. You can see right now it is the 12th of February, and I'm pretty sure we have this double XP until the 14th. So get your guns leveled up before you even start doing challenges. You can do challenges while you're leveling them up. But once you get them to like a certain level where it starts to slow down a lot, switch off to a different gun so that you can just get all your guns leveled up before you even start doing the challenges fully. Okay, so one thing to add in right before we get into the strategies you can use to start finishing these challenges up is going to be what weapon classes to start and end with. Now, I personally recommend starting with shotguns because you only need to do 2 of them, which is the Howler and the Spaz. Then you move on to either LMGs or pistols because those are the 2 next easiest and lowest weapon classes. The pistols will be a little harder than LMGs because they do not do as much damage. And the LMGs, you just run really slow with them, so they won't be as good. Then I'd say move on to tac rifles because they are still very good guns in this, and there's only 4 of them. Or even before that, you could do rocket launchers, which you only have to do 2 of, which are it's actually pretty easy to do in zombies, especially FIREBASE Z. I'll show you strats later. And the M79 China Lake Thumper, that you can also use that. It's the same strategy as with the rocket launchers. And then you move on to ARs, then SMGs, and snipers would be the last thing I recommend doing, because they take the longest and they are the most annoying. Now, if you want to get that out of the way first, I don't blame you. You can go and get that out of the way first. But I personally would wait to do those last because 2,500 headshots with snipers is really annoying, especially with the 50 cal, which stops one-shot headshotting at like around 4. So yeah, that's just a little side note. What guns you want to start with? Oh, and the knife. You can throw in the knife wherever you want. It's 1 weapon. It's not that hard to do. All you have to do is train with it. So, okay, so this first spot, this one's mainly going to be for critical kills, and obviously with any spot you use, you are going to get the elite kills, which is manglers and mimics. So it's right here in the spawn room on this little overhang, and if you stand farther back, the zombies that jump from behind you will end up in front of you when they jump over. Now, all you have to do is kill zombies that start climbing up and kill the ones, obviously, that come right in front of you. And if you just aim high enough, you can see you get a lot of critical kills. It's very easy to do. I recommend Ring of Fire so that when Obviously, most of the guns you're going to be using, if it's not shotguns or LMGs, are going to be awful versus the bosses. But it's still not that bad if you have Ring of Fire, so make sure to have Ring of Fire so that you can easily kill the bosses and a bunch of zombies at once. You can get a lot of headshots in this spot. You just sit here with whatever gun you have, and it's very easy. Alright, this is another strat for headshots, and then obviously the kills in general. It is up in the Colonel's office, which is right next to one of the beaches. I forget which one it's called. But basically, you sit up here, and in solos, it will be a little difficult to actually do because of the bosses. It depends on what gun you're using. If you're using shotguns, it'll be easy. But any other gun, really, this will be hard in solos on the later rounds. You can still use it early rounds like I'm doing right here. I'm just using early rounds, getting my critical kills down. And it's very easy. The only problem is that window. Sometimes bosses will come through that window. So I do recommend standing back, which I did do later. You just stand back next to the window so that anything that jumps through you can kill. I would also recommend using Ring of Fire, because when those bosses do come through, you're gonna have to kill them really quick. You should also probably have either stuns, decoys, or monkey bombs, so that if there is a boss that you need to prioritize shooting, or if you just need to escape in general because of the boss, you can throw those down and get out through this little window that is to my left here. So that's basically it. You sit here, aim high for the head. This will get you a lot of critical kills pretty fast, because it is a fast strategy, and if you are using a gun that can make it to a high round, this will be a good spot. This next strategy is for all rocket launchers, and like obviously I'm using the thumper here, so all rocket launchers and the thumper. You're going to want to come to helipad, and you can train all these zombies up. It doesn't matter how you do it. You can stay farther away from them. You can stay close to them if you don't, like if you're not worried about dying. So all you need to do is train them up, obviously into a big group. You're not going to want to shoot it, because like if you say you run down a path and shoot them, you're only going to get the ones in the front. You're not going to get anyone in the back. So you train them up, come to this spot here, and shoot the ground, and you just kill a bunch of them. You'll kill all of them basically. Obviously I'm on low rounds, so there's only one horde, but there will be more hordes if you are on a higher round, so you will have to keep training. But it is the fastest way to, say, get however many kills with one shot, or just get kills in general with the thumper. The thumper and other rocket launchers. I forgot to say other rocket launchers. You can do this with every rocket launcher, and it is the best strategy to do so. Now, this is the last kind of weapon class that I will be covering. Or not weapon class, because it kind of fits into the same SMGs and tac rifles. So any like automatic gun, and then including like the attack rifles, which are burst or semi-auto. What I like to do is train the zombies up and then run down a long path while shooting them in the head, because it gets you a lot of critical kills at once. It's not hard to do. Obviously, this is not the fastest way to do it. This is the easiest way to get Dark Aether. So what I do right here is train them up on helipad, and then bring them down this path, and then shoot them all in the head, and obviously they line up very well, so you can see how many critical kills I'm getting compared to like eliminations. So yeah, you can do it faster, but you also, it won't be as efficient. Like, it'll be faster, but you won't get as many critical kills per kills, you know, as you would. You wouldn't get a higher ratio than this if you're trying to do it the fast way. Which, if you guys want a video on the fast way, I can make a video on the fast way, but this is the easy way. So you train them up, bring them down a path, shoot them all in the head, and you'll get a lot of critical kills fast. Now, the reason I am not doing separate ones for snipers and pistols and the knife is because the knife is literally just training. All you got to do with the knife is train and, you know, knife them, and if you want to get those 20 kills consecutively with the knife, I'd suggest just starting the game up, getting maybe like 2 of those done, and you only have to do it 10 times, so it realistically only take 5 matches if you only do 2 a match, which you could probably do more if you really feel like it. So if you get 2 a match, it'll probably take a few hours, not even, maybe like 1 or 2, in order to get those consecutive done. I don't even know if it'll take that. I don't remember how long it took me to do my knife, but it does not take that long. The snipers is literally the same thing with training, and all you have to do is turn around a lot more often than you would with ARs and shoot the zombies in the head. And the snipers will take the longest in the game, and that's just a fact because you need 2,500 headshots with sniper rifles, so that'll take long, and there's really no need in doing a separate strategy on them because it's the same one as this. You turn around, snipe them in the head, keep running. Obviously it'll be a little bit messier than this because you wouldn't do it like this. You'd train up a little horde, shoot a few in the head, and then keep training while not getting hit. So that's basically all the strategies I have to give you on how to get Dark Aether, and FIREBASE Z is really good for these, or in order to get camos and stuff like that. So if you like videos like this where I get straight to the point, albeit I didn't really get straight to the point in this video, mostly because there's a lot to talk about. But if you like videos like this where I tell you the strategies, tell you the glitches, and overall tell you zombies content, drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'll be posting more zombies content and FIREBASE Z content in the future.
Hit it from the back, look back at me, I like that. She's so naughty for that set. I got